Imagine waking up in a country where the state can legally intercept your private messages, dictate which city you live in, and throw you in a cell without a warrant or a trial. That exact nightmare is what the framers of the Indian Constitution prevented by drafting Part 3. Articles 19 through 22, collectively known as the right to freedom, provide the structural defense against authoritarian overreach. Your baseline for exams is the list of 6 distinct freedoms guaranteed under Article 19. You can organize these using the acronym SAM-RRP: speech, assembly, association, movement, residence, and profession. But memorizing that list is only step 1. UPSC and defense exams skip the basic definitions and directly test the limits and exceptions placed on these freedoms. Article 19 rights are not absolute. The state can legally restrict your freedom of speech using 8 specific grounds. Use the mnemonic SFSPMDCII to track them: sovereignty, friendly relations, security, public order, morality, defamation, contempt of court, and incitement. The Supreme Court draws strict lines regarding how these restrictions apply in public. Under the freedom to assemble, a peaceful, voluntary protest, a hartal, is legal. However, a forced general strike, a band, is illegal because it coerces citizens and violates their right to movement, a precedent established in the CPM versus Bharat Kumar case. The courts also actively protect digital expression. In the 2015 Shreya Singhal case, the Supreme Court struck down Section 66A of the IT Act, determining that its restrictions on offensive online speech were too vague and arbitrary to fit within constitutional limits. Article 19 is a careful balancing act. It secures your ability to express yourself while giving the government clearly defined, reasonable restrictions to maintain public order. Moving to Article 20, we find protections for people accused of crimes, mapped by the EDS framework: no ex post facto laws, no double jeopardy, and no self-incrimination. This prevents the government from passing a harsh criminal law today and using a time machine to punish you for something you did yesterday. Let's test this nuance with a previous year question format. Statement 1. A person can be tried twice for the exact same offense. Statement 2. Forcing an accused to give a blood sample violates their right against self-incrimination. Evaluate both statements. Neither statement is correct. Double jeopardy explicitly bans multiple trials for the same crime. Furthermore, the protection against self-incrimination is limited to testimonial evidence, meaning speech or confessions. Compelling physical evidence, like a blood sample or a fingerprint, is legally permissible. Article 20 ensures fairness during the investigation and trial, denying the state the ability to cheat the system to secure a conviction. This chart shows the original reading of Article 21. No person shall be deprived of life or liberty except according to procedure established by law. Early on, courts only checked if Parliament had passed a law and followed the correct steps. They rejected the American doctrine of due process, which requires the court to evaluate if the law itself is actually fair. The 1978 Maneka Gandhi case inverted that approach. The Supreme Court ruled that any procedure depriving you of liberty must be fair, just, and reasonable. This effectively forced the spirit of due process into Indian law without amending the constitutional text. We saw this due process proportionality test applied in the 2018 Aadhaar judgment. The government legally mandated Aadhaar linking for bank accounts and mobile phones. However, the Supreme Court struck those specific mandates down, ruling that forcing citizens to share biometric data with private companies violated their personal liberty. Because of this interpretive shift, Article 21 has absorbed a massive list of implicit rights. You can track them using the PHD-CRIM acronym, pairing the rights with their cases: privacy in Puttaswamy, health and partner choice in the Hadia case, and the right to die with dignity in common cause. Article 21 is a continuously evolving mechanism because the Supreme Court now reads mere life and liberty to mean a complete life with human dignity. Building on that foundation of dignity, the 86th Amendment introduced Article 21A, strictly guaranteeing free and compulsory education for all children between the ages of 6 and 14. Finally, Article 22 governs arrest and detention, splitting the law into 2 distinct tracks: punitive detention, applied after a crime is committed, and preventative detention, executed purely on suspicion before an offense occurs. Under punitive detention, you have immediate rights tracked by GLM 24. You must be informed of the grounds for arrest, granted access to a lawyer, and presented to a magistrate within 24 hours. Preventative detention removes those immediate safety nets. Under laws like the NSA, UAPA, or COFA-POSA, the state can preemptively detain individuals. The strict constitutional limit here is that detention cannot exceed 3 months unless an advisory board formally approves an extension. Article 22 represents a practical compromise. It protects individual rights during standard criminal proceedings while arming the state with emergency tools to neutralize imminent threats to national security. Let's run a final synthesis hypothetical. If the government passes a law to track every citizen's phone location 24/7 to prevent crime, on what constitutional grounds does it fail? The failure spans multiple articles. It violates the right to move freely under Article 19(1)d. It breaches the right to privacy established under Article 21 in the Puttaswamy case. And it fails the due process proportionality test confirmed by the Attar judgment. This is a master flowchart connecting Articles 19 through 22, our 5 memory frameworks, and the 8 landmark cases analyzed today. Take a screenshot now to anchor your revision. Watching the theory is only step 1. To clear the cutoffs, you have to apply these frameworks to actual statements. Open the curated practice question bank in the description below and test your precision right now.